in the dimly lit recesses of forgotten libraries, where the scent of aged parchment and decay wafted through the air, I stumbled upon a tattered tome bound in a strange, scaly material that seemed to shift and writhe in the flickering candlelight. The cover was adorned with cryptic symbols that danced across its surface like living serpents, and the title, Vermis Mysteriis, was etched in a language that seemed to defy the laws of mortal tongues. As I delicately opened the book, a musty smell wafted out, carrying with it the whispers of the damned. The words within spoke of a cult that spanned the globe, a twisted network of initiates bound together by a shared devotion to the great old ones, and the monstrous, green, scaly creature known only as Cthulhu. From the mist-shrouded mountains of Tibet to the crumbling temples of Angkor Wat, the cult's influence seeped like a dark, insidious stain, corrupting all it touched. Their ultimate goal, a catastrophic event of unutterable horror, was said to bring about a new era of darkness and terror, in which the old ones would reclaim their dominance over a shattered, supplicant humanity. As I delved deeper into the mysteries of the cult, I discovered that their reach extended far beyond the confines of dusty, forgotten tomes. In the sleepy, rural towns of the American Midwest, where the cornfields stretched out like a sea of gold, I found whispers of strange, pagan rituals performed under the light of the full moon. The locals spoke in hushed tones of eerie, green glowing lights that danced across the skies, and the unearthly, piping whistles that echoed through the night, summoning forth some ancient, malevolent power from the depths of the abyss. In the teeming, tropical cities of the Far East, where the sounds of the street vendors and the smells of exotic spices filled the air, I found evidence of the cult's presence in the form of mysterious, intricately carved stones, adorned with the same twisted symbols that adorned the cover of the Vermis Mysteriis. These stones, it seemed, were the focal points of dark, occult rituals, in which the initiates of the cult summoned forth Eldritch, otherworldly powers to do their bidding. The more I learned, the more I realized that the cult's plans were far more complex and sinister than I could have ever imagined. They were not merely content to spread their dark, malevolent influence across the globe, but sought to bring about a catastrophic event, a cataclysm of unutterable horror that would shatter the very fabric of reality. The stars, it seemed, were aligning in a peculiar, an ominous pattern, and the cult believed that this celestial convergence heralded the imminent return of the great old ones, who would bring with them an era of unending, eldritch terror. As I pored over the ancient, forbidden texts, I began to experience strange and terrifying visions, as if the very fabric of my sanity was beginning to unravel. I saw glimpses of a world in chaos, where the skies were filled with twisted, cyclopean cities, and the oceans churned with an otherworldly, green, slimy tide. I saw the twisted, grotesque forms of the old ones, their bulging, pulsing bodies writhing like living things, as they reclaimed their dominance over a shattered, supplicant humanity. And yet, despite the overwhelming sense of dread that threatened to consume me, I felt an insatiable, morbid fascination with the cult and their twisted, eldritch plans. I was drawn, moth-like, to the flame of madness that burned at the heart of their dark, malevolent rituals, and I knew that I had to uncover the truth, no matter the cost to my own fragile sanity. The cult's global reach was a labyrinthine, complex web of dark, occult influences that seemed to stretch on forever, with no discernible beginning or end. It was a maze of twisted, nightmarish corridors, filled with unseen eldritch terrors, and I knew that I had to navigate its treacherous, winding paths if I was to uncover the secrets that lay at the heart of the cult's sinister, malevolent plans. And so, with a sense of foreboding and creeping existential dread, I steeled myself for the journey ahead, knowing that I would have to confront the very depths of madness and terror in order to uncover the truth about the cult and their catastrophic Eldritch plans.